So if you are just popping on, I am going to be quiet just for a little bit to let people start coming on, and then I will start talking and introducing who I am. Hey, Melissa. Hey, guys. Hey, Ellen. I hope you're feeling better and doing good. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce who I am, what we're going to be doing, how I kind of ended up here, and all of that kind of fun stuff, okay? But if you don't know my name is Nataushia. A lot of people know me as the seated cardio queen. At my heaviest, I used to weigh over 500 pounds. But what happened is I lost around like 200 pounds and I injured my left ankle, to be totally honest. You're going to see my cat Juniper running in and out possibly throughout this whole time. So don't freak out. She's safe. But anyways, I ended up injuring my left ankle. Now I am a former athlete. I'm not a personal trainer. What I am is somebody who has put in the work. I have had gastric sleeve. I've also used weight loss supplements, all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much, TikTok. But what I've done is I've put in the work. I've used my former athletic experience, and I have also done a lot of research, okay? So what happened is after I injured my left ankle, I knew I needed cardio. I knew I wanted to still get exercise in because I'd only lost 200 pounds. I wanted to still lose more. So I looked on Google, TikTok, and YouTube. That's where I was able to actually find seated exercises. But what I could not find is full-on seated workout routines that would allow me to get the cardio that I wanted and needed. So I created them. So I have created like this whole little bitty book right here. I make all of our routines fresh every single day. Because being a former athlete, I've done basketball, track and field. I had a track and field scholarship back in the day. And I've also done basketball. I did like powder puff football, all of that kind of stuff. So I took all my former athletic knowledge from practices, conditioning, all of that fun stuff, and I created our high intensity interval training workout routine. So what we do is generally we would have 14 exercises, work out for 30 seconds, and have a 10-second breather on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Now, what is so different and special about my Wednesdays is that is Challenge Wednesday. So what that means is I'm not only just challenging you, but I'm also challenging myself. So on Challenge Wednesday, what happens is we only have 10 exercises, okay? Just 10. But it's not a challenge without a challenge, right? So we're going to work out for a minute, okay? But let me say this. We're going to have a 20-second breather, but let me also say this. I know exercising for 1 minute is almost impossible when we are first starting out. So I'm going to show you all different exercises that you can go into and utilize and still get the benefit of the exercise, because we're going to work out hard for a minute. And I don't care if you cannot finish the exercise. When I was over 500 pounds, I couldn't finish some of the exercises within a time period. So what I would do is I would find a way to keep my heart rate up and elevated. And that is what is so important in seated cardio. You have to stay moving. So I'm going to show you quick feet. I'm going to show you a seated jack. I'm going to show you battle ropes before we get going into this routine, because we're going to exercise for a minute. And I don't care if you do 5, 15, 20, or 50 reps within that 1 minute time period. I don't care what you do as long as you do your best. Because coming from 500 plus, I know every single little bit of movement matters. Now, we'll also let you know my Mondays, it's all modified. So that means that we don't use our legs whatsoever. So I'm going to be showing modifications to all of the exercises that we do tonight so that you can visually see what you can do no matter where you are. I don't care if you are injured. I don't care if you have mobility issues. I don't care if you are in a wheelchair. Guys, you can still do this. And I'm going to show you all what you can do in place of some of the exercises that we're going to use our legs if that's something that you're going to be unable to do. Because what I've tried to do is make all-inclusive routines across all of my platforms. I stream free of charge Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. So in the event you ever miss a live stream, I always have something going. But I'm always going to show you all whatever I can to make sure that you understand what is possible. Guys, I literally still sometimes cannot believe I'm over 280 pounds down from 500 plus, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and show you all what we're doing. But before that, I want to let you all know what our routine is tonight, because it's about time to get this party started, okay? Are y'all ready? I'm so excited. I love you guys, for real. But anyways, we are going to start off tonight with a seated jump rope, going to tapsies. We have knee slicers, back jacks, under leg jacks, chicken jacks, jog, block jacks, reaching steps, and then a cross ankle tap. Are y'all scared yet? That sounds pretty scary, don't it? For those of y'all that really know my exercises. It's going to be fine, though. All right? But I'm going to go ahead and hit my chair. YouTube, I'm going to bring you guys down so you guys can see what's up. Hi, guys. Hi, TikTok. Hi, beautiful lady Ashley. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my chair, and let's get this party started. And I am working out in sweats because that's just what I want to do. It is cold as heck in Kentucky right now, y'all. But what is so important in seated cardio is you're going to sit at the edge of your seat. You're going to try your best to keep your back off the back of your chair. But I'm going to keep it real. I had to use the back of my chair when I first started seated cardio because I didn't have my core strength developed enough yet to stay off the back of my chair. So don't beat yourself up if you have to use your chair. I'm not mad at you. Just don't give up, okay? But what we're also going to focus on doing is keeping our core tight. And what that means is if you have ever taken a selfie and you sucked your belly in to look skinny, you know how to keep your core tight, all right? But I'm going to show you quick feet really fast. So this right here is seated quick feet, okay? So let's say you can't finish one of the exercises within a minute. Go into this. But if you can't use your legs, guess what? Do this right here. Just do a seated jack. Or you can do seated battle ropes, all right? So those are your options. We are going to start off first with our seated jump rope. So please pay attention. We have option 1 or modified seated jump rope. You're going to bounce on your tippy toes, but we're going to knock this out for only 1 minute. Starting now. Let's get it. But you are welcome to go at your own pace. You don't have to keep up with me. If you are here with your best friend, your partner, your girlfriend, whoever, you don't have to keep up with them. Go at your own pace and do what you can do. But remember, if my advanced jump rope is too much, bounce. Bounce on those tippy toes. All right? But if you are just popping on, my name is Nataushia. I'm also known by a lot of people as the seated cardio queen, and I have been doing my weight loss journey since 2021. And I'm just here to kind of share my story and help as many people as I possibly can in the process. Tapsies are next, y'all. We only have 10 exercises instead of 14. Take that breather. All right, so up next is going to be our tapsies. To do that, it looks like this. You're going to start here, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in. All right? And then you're just going to go at your own pace. And you're going to see me and be like, I can't do seated cardio. Yes, you can. At your pace. You don't got to keep up with me. I've been doing this for years. You got this. We got 1 minute. Tapsies starting now. So remember, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in. Your own pace. So get that exercise down, then move. And again, remember, coming from over 500 pounds, guys, I know exercise can be challenging, especially for a solid minute, right? I know maybe you can't finish this exercise, and that's okay. But stay keeping your heart rate up and elevated. If you need to walk in place, if you need to do quick feet, which looks like this right here, you do what you need to do, but don't give up. Do not give up, because you are stronger than what you realize. Whew. We have knee slicer up next, okay? But if you're keeping your core nice and tight on this one, working your arms, working your glutes, take your breather, and working your thighs. But our next exercise is knee slicer or knee slam. But maybe going that low is a challenge, right? Baby, this right here is okay. And I know I say all the time, coming from over 500 pounds, blah, blah, blah. But I want y'all to understand, I really do understand. And I love that you're here. I love that you're doing the best that you can because it matters and I see you. But let's get it, babes. We got 1 minute. Whew. Knee slicer or slam. Here we go. Now, I understand maybe raising your knee is a challenge, right? I remember when I was 500 plus, 400 plus, 300 plus, it was challenging because I had a big belly. Still do have excess skin, so slam it out if you need to. But if going that low is still too challenging for you, no excuses. You can do this. Don't give up. Don't cheat yourself because where there is a will, there is a way. That's why I love showing you guys modifications because I get it. Whew. Keep going. You got it. There we go. Put in that work, baby. Thank you, TikTok. Take your breather, y'all. I see all the love, TikTok, for real. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Next, we have back jacks. That's option 1. Back jack option 2. Back jack option 3. All right. We're about to knock that out for 1 minute. I'm feeling it. I hope you guys are feeling it too. Thank you for being here. We have 1 minute. Starting now, back jacks. So remember, don't keep up. Do not keep up with me. It's okay if you can't. Just give me your best effort. But we have option 1, option 2, option 3. There we go. So even if you can't move your legs, baby, it's okay. You can still do this. But you're squeezing those shoulder blades, keeping your elbows up and back. All right, because that's really going to work that back. Under leg jacks are next. If you keep your core tight, it will also engage your core. You got it. Take your breather. So our next exercise is under leg jacks, okay? You're going to start up here, under leg jack. But guess what? When I was heavier, I couldn't reach under my legs. So guess what? I got a modification for you. Boom, baby! Keep that core tight. And you can still get it in. I didn't forget y'all, okay? Let's go. We've got 1 minute of under leg jacks, my loves. Let's go. But welcome to Seated Cardio Challenge Wednesday with the Seated Cardio Queen. My name is Nataushia. And I absolutely love coming on here and showing you all that you don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to have a gym membership. All you have to do is work out, put in the work, change your lifestyle, increase your exercise, increase your water intake, use tools if you want to, and you can lose weight. You got it. There we go. Remember, if you can't go under them legs, boom, baby. Boom. You got it. That's it. Y'all, I'm ready for Christmas. I don't know about y'all, but I am ready for Christmas. Take your breather. Up next, we have chicken jack option 1, chicken jack option 2, chicken jack option 3. I don't know about y'all, but my arms feel like they're going to fall off. So maybe I upgraded to being a chicken and flapping my wings too much. I don't know. But it's Challenge Wednesday, so let's keep challenging ourselves. We have 1 minute chicken jacks starting now. So with this one, it's also a full body workout. You're getting your shoulders, your arms, your back, your chest, your core, your thighs, and your glutes, all right? But let's say that this is too much for you, right? Boom. Baby steps. Or you can do this right here. And remember, if finishing one of these is too much, go into quick feet. You can do seated jacks or battle ropes. Whatever you want to do, but whatever you do, don't stop unless you have to. Listen to your body and don't overdo it. You got it. We have seated jog coming in next. Take your breather. This is what seated jog looks like, okay? Boom, 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 or boom, 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 boom. All right? Now we'll show you again. You're going to see me and you're going to be like, oh my God, she's going so fast. I can't do that. Just go at your own pace, babe. Just go at your own pace. It's okay. But we have 1 minute seated jog starting now. So remember, boom, 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 boom. Let's go. Go at your own pace. Keep in mind, y'all, I've been doing seated cardio for a hot minute. So you may see me and be like, oh my God, I can't do that. Yes, you can. Do not beat yourself up no more. The world beat you up enough. And I'm here to tell you right now, I believe in you. And I know you can do it. If you can't do that, you can do this. There we go. Yes, baby. We have block jacks next. We are over halfway done with round 1 of 3, y'all. Woo! Let's go. Take that breather. So we have block jack, option 1, option 2, or option 3. Your own pace. You're keeping your arms essentially at a 90-degree angle. They're not touching. If they do, it's okay. But try to focus on keeping them from touching, okay? Y'all ready? If not, too bad. I ain't even ready, but we're going to kill it together, okay? We got 1 minute. Seated block jacks. Starting now. So option 1. This is really going to target your bra fat area. All that fun stuff. But it also still works your glutes, your thighs, and all that. But we have option 1, option 2, or option 3. All right? Thank you guys so much for sharing this tonight. I appreciate you. And remember, if doing this is too much, do what you can. It's okay. Good. Take your breather. Whew. Up next is reach and step. But I understand maybe stepping's a challenge, right? No excuses. Reach. Reach. But we are going to knock that out for 1 minute. Let's go. There we go. Look at you putting in the work. I wonder if my friend Karen tonight added her dumbbells. I can only imagine. And Karen is my TikTok moderator, but she usually uses free weights. But I bet you're on fire tonight, baby. Love you. Remember, if you can't step, reach, 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 reach. Take your breather. So up next, cross ankle tap. So we have cross ankle tap. If you can't hit your ankle, get your shin. If you can't do that, you've got a knee. You can do this. This is our last exercise in round 1 of 3. And I've challenged myself, so I know I've challenged y'all, and I'm proud of you. We're killing it, babes. But we have 1 minute starting now. So if you can't get to your ankle, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Try to go to your shin. But if that's still too challenging, babe, get that knee. But you're keeping your core tight. And again, that's like sucking your stomach in to take a selfie and look skinny. I know we know. You got it. But we are about to start round 2 of 3. We do 3 rounds, 10 exercises, a minute apiece with 20-second breathers. Now, I would come up and communicate, but that defeats the purpose of high-intensity interval training because I would never stop talking. Take your breather. Jump rope is next. But you might ask why or wonder why I stay touching my little watch. I time everything. So I time our workout. I time our breather. I time our stretches. I time it all because that's what I learned as an athlete. So that's what I've stuck to because it works. So we got this. It's jump rope time, though. Here's round 2. We've got 1 minute. Jump rope starting now. Stay hydrated, okay? Keep it moving. Keep it grooving. Now remember, if this is too advanced, bounce. Bounce on those tippy toes. But still do that motion so that you're keeping your core tight and you're working out your abdominal region. You can do it. I want you to find out for once what it's like not to give up on yourself, guys. I'm 33 years old, believe it or not. And I did not learn what that was like until I was almost 30. I've been doing this journey now for a little over 3 years. But I promise you can do it. Take your breather. But you have to take baby steps. So that's why I'm always like, you don't have to keep up with me. You can go at your own pace. You can do what you need to do. Because at the end of the day, what is most important is that you're moving. You're exercising. You're doing what you can right now, given your circumstances, to get you to where you need to be. And I support it. Whew. All right, y'all. Taxis, 1 minute. So down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in. Okay. Now, as you get that down, then you can worry about speeding it up and doing what you need to do for you. All right? But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for following me. Thank you for sharing our workout routine tonight, because you're letting the world see what can be done. I've lost over 280 pounds. I eat a low carb, low sugar, high protein lifestyle because I do have polycystic ovarian syndrome. I am insulin resistant. At one point, I was borderline diabetic, but I've had to change my entire lifestyle. I've had gastric sleeve. June 30th, 2021, take your breather. I was exactly 440 pounds on June 30th, 2021. So when I tell you I understand what it's like to come from essentially the bottom and come up, and I'm still going, I'm not going to tear you down for what it is that you do, because I know you're giving your best. Because I remember being looked at and told, you're not doing good enough, you're not doing it right. I'll never tell you that, because you're giving what you can, and it matters just like you do. Let's go on a knee slicer. We got 1 minute. Starting now. Let's go. So again, if raising that knee is challenging, I get it, right? So you can slam it out. Or if that's still a little bit much, just do this for right now. All right, babe? You got it. Yes. But we are going to do stretching after this. We stretch our arms and our legs. And then we do a breathing exercise. And then we're done. All of my exercise routines last under an hour. That includes me jabbering away, answering questions when I'm able to come up and chat, and all that fun stuff. Awesome work. Take that breather, baby. Ooh. Are y'all ready? If not, that's okay. We still got about 8 more seconds. Okay? But we are about to move on into our back jacks. We have 1 minute starting now. Let's go. So we have our first option of seated back jacks. Option 2. This is option 3, no arms. Now, again, I know these are challenging, so if it's too much, go into quick feet. Having your arms up is a bit much, bring them down. Pull them up sometimes just to get that workout, but if that's still too much, remember, you can do a seated jack, all right? But you do what you need to do. But whatever you do, please don't stop unless you absolutely have to, okay? Because I know exercise for 1 solid minute is a challenge. That's why I call it Challenge Wednesday. But I allow you to see your progress, because it does get easier. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. Take your breather. But y'all see me over here. I'm over here sweating and dying with you. But when I first started my weight loss journey, I wanted to find someone like me. I kept trying to find free workouts. I kept trying to find free recipes and meal plans. I would click on the ad, and it would take me to something that wasn't free. But that's one thing that you will always know with me, is it will remain free. All right? But it is time for us to do underleg jacks. We have 1 minute of underleg jacks, babes. Starting now. Let's go. But if y'all don't know me and you're just popping on, my name is Nataushia. A lot of people know me as the Seated Cardio Queen. I stream live free of charge Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you can't go under your legs, this right here is okay. The only time I don't stream live is when I tell you I'm not going to, or if something comes up, but I'll always share or try to share routines that we have already done for you to complete that evening, okay? Keep going. We got it. But I will always do this because, well, as long as my life allows me to, because this is what makes my heart happy. Helping other people help themselves is everything to me. Take your breather. Up next is Chicken Jacks. Because I was inboxed today by an individual. I cannot think of her name right now. But she's like, since she's been with me, I want to say she's lost either 120 or 160 pounds. And it's like so mind-boggling sometimes just to see the amount of change that I've helped other people achieve because of what it is that I offer free of charge. And you can't put a price tag on that stuff, but let's chicken jack it out. We got 1 minute. Chicken jacks starting now. But it's like, I know Grace, I want to say she's probably lost 160 or 70 at this point. I know Joanna's been with me forever. Karen, she could fit into a pair of blue jeans. Like, whenever you all inbox me and tell me your little bitty non-scale victories, it makes me feel so good that you get that experience. So we have chicken jack option 1, option 2, and option 3. I know a lot of you guys have been with me forever, it seems like. I know Elizabeth, that she's on here. She's been here forever. Like, I cannot tell you guys, thank you enough for just being who you are and doing what it is that you do. Because I know life's challenging. Y'all know it is too. But y'all keep showing up, not just for me, but for each other. And I love it. Take your breather. Because one thing that I love seeing more than anything, because I've been going back and reading the comments, I see you all welcoming each other. Like, I've seen Joanna go in and welcome so many people on Facebook. Karen, she's my TikTok moderator. She pins posts. She answers questions. I think Mona might be on there. Like, you guys have created such a phenomenal platform, and I love you all so much for what you've created for us. But let's jog, babes. We've got 1 minute. Seated jog. Starting now. But I will continue to show up, Lord willing. I am a believer. Not forcing it on you, but that is what I believe. So, Lord willing, if I can continue to do this, if my body allows me to, and hopefully one day my finances level out where I'm no longer monetized, then this is what I'm going to do. And I have a feeling within my heart, God is going to see me through this. So we just going to keep going. Remember, if this is too much, you can pump it up. All right? No biggie. You got it. We've got block jacks up next. We're almost halfway done with Challenge Wednesday. And dadgummit, it's been a challenging routine. Breathe. By show of reactions, how many of us are dying? I want to just clap. Because I can't send reactions. Here, I'll send a heart, actually. Woo! I'm dying right now. But it feels so good to be dying with you guys. I love it. I'm going to feel it tomorrow. You're going to feel it tomorrow. We're all going to feel it tomorrow. Well, let's block jack, babes. We've got 1 minute. Block jacks. Starting now. So we've got option 1, option 2, option 3. All right. There you go. Perfect. Keep going. Oh, my glutes. Oh. Keep moving. Take your breather. But I looked for me in the beginning, as I mentioned, but I never could find somebody that had free routines, that offers what I offer. I try my best to show you all my daily intake on my Nataushia Positive Zone page on Facebook. I don't always do it, but I let y'all know I do low carb, high protein. All right, y'all. Reaching steps. 1 minute. Starting now. I will let you know my macros. I eat around 60 to 100 grams of protein a day, around 50 net carbs, and around 28 grams of sugar. That's what my macros are. I don't count my calories. I don't care about sodium. I don't care about my cholesterol. I don't care if there's food dyes in my food. Just so we know. Because I used to put so many bad things in my body. I did. So now, I just try to stay healthy, stay low carb, stay high protein, stay low sugar, because that's what works for me, having PCOS, being insulin resistant, and all that fun stuff. Good. Take your breather. But I don't hide that I've had gastric sleeve surgery. I don't hide the fact that I use weight loss supplements. Since June, I've lost nearly 50 pounds using my weight loss supplements. But I don't hide anything. I try to share every single tool that I utilize. But it's time for cross ankle tap. We got 1 minute. Let's go. And some people are like, I can't afford to have surgery. That's okay. People tell me, I can't afford your supplements. That's okay. But what you can afford, get this. We can all do this. You can afford to eat healthier, to drink more water, and to exercise more. If you can't do that, you can go to your shins, or you can go cross knee. But everybody's like, what if I can't afford to have surgery? What if I can't afford to have weight loss shots? What if I can't afford supplements? You still have the biggest key, like all of us. Food. Eat healthier. Live better. And know you can do it. It's going to suck. Take your breather. We're moving into our third and final round because this is the thing. I share this all the time. I used to sit down and eat 2 pizzas in one sitting. Cheese sticks, cheesecake, whatever. That was a normal meal for me. When I started my journey, I went to having a protein shake for breakfast and lunch and a salad for supper for like the first month. I dropped 30 to 40 pounds in a month because I did what I had to do. I starved. Jump rope. We got 1 minute. Seated jump ropes. Starting now. And people will ask me, like, how did you do it? I starved, baby. I went from overeating to hardly eating. If I was hungry, instead of eating, I would have, keep going. Keep going. I don't know what happened. But if I was hungry, I would drink more water. I would have chicken broth. I would chew on a sugar-free popsicle to make my mind think that I was eating when I really wasn't. You have to be understanding and willing to make sacrifices to become successful in your own journey. It is not going to happen overnight, babes. It's not. But I promise if you stick with it, you're consistent, and you show up on days you don't even feel like it, it will pay off. And a lot of people are like, take your breather. A lot of people are like, I wish I could lose weight. I wish I could eat healthier. Stop wishing and start doing. Because you can wish. I wished for over 30 years I would lose weight. But it wasn't until I stopped wishing and I started doing that I lost over 280 pounds. I know that it sucks. I know that it's hard, but I know that you're stronger than what you give yourself credit for. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, but it is time for tapsies. We've got 1 minute of tapsies starting now. So remember, down, out, up in, down, out, up in. Okay. But I'm so passionate about sharing my story because, y'all, I had a hard journey. I've struggled my entire life with my weight. I'm smaller now than what I was when I was in high school. I was nearly 300 pounds when I was in high school. That's what's so wild to me. I've lost over 280 pounds, and it's not been easy. It's not been fun. I've been through a lot of things in these years. I had to schedule all of my appointments. I had to do everything on my own because if you don't know my story, it is pinned to the top of my Facebook page. And it is, take your breather, it is a wild ride. Because I don't believe in giving up, though I've considered it a few times because of circumstances. But I'm just here to tell you all that it is possible. It does take work. And it's not about finding motivation. It's about sometimes just picking yourself up and making yourself do things that you don't want to do. Ain't none of us want to get up at 5 a.m. and go run. I mean, if you do, baby, props to you. But right now, it's time for us to go into our knee slicers. We have 1 minute. Starting now. Let's go. But what happened is, I want to give y'all my story. I have PCOS. I've mentioned that. So in my late 20s, I started to go to the doctor to try and get leveled out because I was never regular. If you know, you know. If you don't, so sorry. But I had started to go to the doctor to get myself situated because one day I do want to become a mom. I don't have kids of my own, but I always wanted to be a mother. So I went and I was going to get everything taken care of. Well, they found precancerous cells in my uterus, and they told me, they were like, Nataushia, if you don't lose weight, you're going to end up with cancer. So that was like my wake-up call, right? So I start exercising, I start eating healthy, I start losing some weight. Well, then COVID hits. Mind you, during this time, take your breather, I had applied for gastric procedures, but my insurance company at the time, I was denied, mind you, 7 times. They deemed that it was a cosmetic procedure and that it was not medically necessary, though my doctors had fought for it to be done. So, anyways, I ended up, COVID hit or whatever, so gym shut down. I was still trying to do what I needed to do, but I wasn't as whatever. Let's move into our back jacks. We have 1 minute. Starting now. But anyways, COVID hit, and I applied for the COVID insurance in the state of Kentucky at that time. So it was like April, and I applied. I was approved. So late April, I tried one more time to get bariatrics. So I went through the process myself, finally got approved, right? Had my first consultation in May. I'd been on Adipex. I'd done everything. I was losing weight. So I went to my first consultation, and they pulled my first 5 weigh-ins because they had it documented at my other doctor's offices. Whew. So that sped up my process. This was May. I found out on June 30th, my insurance ran out. Ooh, give me a sec. you, take your breather. So I find out my insurance has run out or is going to be terminated on June 30th. So I called my bariatrics office and I was like, hey, can I still get this procedure? They were like, no. I was like, bet. Actually, I didn't say that. I cried. I called my best friend at the time and I cried. But it is time for our underleg jacks. We've got 1 minute starting now. Well, I was supposed to have originally went to Florida with my friend because she was in powerlifting and I was going to go to her meet in Florida and just have a vacation. Mind you, all this is happening within 2 weeks of June 30th. So I call my friend and I'm telling her all this. She's like, well, cancel your Florida trip. Stay here, plan all that you need to do and get it done. I was in therapy. I had a therapist at the time. So I got my psychiatric clearance, checked that off. She wrote me out and approved me for surgery. Well, I had to call and I had to schedule my cardiac clearance, my EGD, and there was something else that I had to do. I don't remember, like my psych, EGD, cardiac, and then my final weigh-in. That's all I had to do. My surgeon's office at the time would not schedule any of my appointments. Take your breather. They would not help me. They were really not nice. So anyways, I scheduled all those appointments. I went and done all those appointments. I went to my final weigh-in. I'll never forget this. I went to my final weigh-in. I'd lost, I think it was like 30 or 40 pounds in a month because I put in the work because I wanted this procedure because I knew how life-changing it was going to be. So anyway, let's go on ahead and move into our chicken jacks. We got 1 minute. Let's go. So anyways, I'm sitting in my room. I'm waiting on my surgeon to come in. He comes in, checks my stuff, looks at me. He's like, all right, you're going to have to lose more weight before you have the surgery. Mind you, at this point, it's like June 27th. My surgery's already scheduled because I scheduled my own surgery on June 30th, the day my coverage ended. So he literally left me because I told him, I was like, well, then I'm not going to get the procedure. So he left me in my room and walked to the desk where the secretaries are. And he's like, can we get her scheduled for surgery? They're like, who? And he said my name and they were like, she's already scheduled. Well, then he was like, well, go lay back down on the table. I need to feel of your belly. So I go, hang on, take your breather. So I go and I lay on the bed and he's feeling me. Mind you, I'm over 440 pounds at this point. Like I'm close to probably 460 or so. But he's feeling my stomach. And mind you, all I wanted was to sleep. I didn't want bypass, none of that stuff, because that stuff scares me. Like, that's just me. But he was like, all right, y'all, it's jog. We got 1 minute. Let's go. But he was like, all right, you are too big for me to do the bypass. He said, I can't do it or you may not make it. And I was like, that's fine. I don't want that. He's like, all that I can do safely on you right now at the size that you are is gastric sleeve. So I got my gastric sleeve procedure, but that's not it. Clear up to the day that I went in to sign in for my surgery, I was denied the morning of. So I had to fight with registration, have them correct everything. Like my whole weight loss journey, I've had to put all the footwork in. And people are like, how did you do it? Because I didn't have any other choice. And I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to lose weight. I want to be a mom one day. And people are like, I need motivation. No, you don't. You need to kick yourself in the butt, pick yourself up, and realize that you can do it. You're in control. Take your breather. Up next is block jacks. Because at the end of the day, you really are in control of what your outcome is. You have control over what you put in your mouth. If you don't know what foods to eat to help you in your weight loss journey, figure out if you have PCOS. Figure out if you're diabetic. Figure out if you're insulin resistant. Figure out what your makeup is. Figure out if you have thyroid issues. Whatever. And find a lifestyle that fits that and run with it. But it is block jack time. We've got 1 minute of block jacks starting now. But I know I eat a lot of the same things because not being able to eat carbs, I don't eat bread, I don't eat pasta, I don't eat potatoes. If I do, it's in extreme moderation. When I have pizza, I don't have crust most of the time. That's just what I do. I've had to change my lifestyle entirely to lose over 280 pounds because this is the thing. During holidays, sometimes I relax. I can easily gain 30 to 60 pounds in a few months. Not watching what I do. So I know it takes work. But I know you can do it. Oh, it burns. Take your breather. But I don't want you to look at me and be like, I don't know about y'all, but I am on fire right now. My whole body hurts. My thighs, my core, my glutes, my back, my arms. We have cross ankle tap. Then we're going to stretch. Then finito. Probably shouldn't be doing that because my arms hurt. But whatever. We have 1 minute. Cross ankle tap. Let's go. But I want you to know I'm always going to be here. I'm always going to be rooting you guys on. Because I know what it's like not to have support. I didn't have a lot of that in the beginning. So you're not alone here. Maybe you're going through a lot of stuff right now that you're not comfortable talking about. But guess what? You fell on one heck of an amazing platform. Remember, you can do shin or knee. Perfect. Take that breather, catch your breath, whatever. We're about to go into stretches. So what we're going to do first is stretch our left arm, okay? So pull your left arm across your body like this. But guess what, guys? We're almost done with Challenge Wednesday. But we'll do technically 4 arm stretches, 2 leg stretches, and a breathing stretch, all right? Let's take our arms, shake them out, right arm across our body. We are about to pull our left arm behind our head. Y'all, when I was plus size, 300 and up, like 300 to over 500 plus, I couldn't pull my arm behind my head. So I'm going to show you all one of my tricks just in case you need it, all right? That's one thing that I'll always do. Let's shake it out. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Hey, y'all. Sorry. That should give an indication of my age. But anyways, you're going to interlock your hands like this. Pull it in behind your head if you can't do that. All right? Let's go. Woo! But thank you so much for working out with this seated cardio queen tonight, guys. We have absolutely slaughtered our Challenge Wednesday routine together, and I'm so proud of you. And you might be like, oh my gosh, let's switch sides. You might be like, but I couldn't keep up with you, but I didn't do this. Guess what? You did what you could do, and I love it, baby. So come back tomorrow and do it with us some more. Tomorrow's going to be different because it's going to be easier because it's going to be 30 seconds instead of a minute. And it's a wild. I think Elizabeth said that it's so much easier to do it on those days. So just come through, babe. Well, let's pull our arms down. We're going to take our right leg, extend it out in front of us, toes facing the sky. Keep your left foot on the floor, knee bent. We're going to walk our way down and stretch the back of our right thigh. Maybe you can only go right here. That's okay. Maybe it's right here. That's also okay. Now, personally, I've lost enough weight, I can take it to my toe, but you give me whatever you got. Even if it's right here, you give it to me because I know you got this. But we got 20 seconds. Whew. Stop in. Now that I'm able to touch my toe, what I like to do is take my opposite hand and press down on my knee. Because what that does is it helps intensify that stretch in the back of my thigh. And ooh, baby, I feel it. But we're about to switch sides and stretch our left one, okay? Let's come up. You got it. Look at you guys. I am so proud of you. Let's get this side, okay? But I will be live again tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now I'm in Southern Kentucky. It is currently 7:51 here in Kentucky. I don't know what correlation that is to your time zone, but that's what it is here. We're going to come up. You're going to spread your legs. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale up through our nose. Hold your breath up here for a second or so. Exhale out down through your mouth. We're going to do a total of 3. You are going to be in control of your breathing. Let's get it. 1. 2. Last 1. Y'all just did Challenge Wednesday with the seated cardio queen. If you didn't know, now you know. Oh, my goodness. Y'all, I wore my Christmas socks today. That's why I say I'm ready for Christmas. Y'all gonna come on here, and before Halloween, my Christmas stuff is already gonna be up. Just so y'all know. Oh. But anyways, I'm plum kilt. For YouTube, I hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful night. I will see you all tomorrow. God bless you guys, and I'll see you all later.